In today's video, we are going to focus on the word problems based on the arithmetic progression concept. So, in the previous videos, we learned about what is arithmetic progression and how to find its nth term, how to find the sum of the nth terms. But there are some questions which are based on the applications of arithmetic progression. So in this final video, we are going to have some questions, some examples based on the applications of arithmetic progression. Let's start. So this particular question is from the first exercise 5.1 of your textbook, NCERT textbook. This question I deliberately skipped earlier because this involved some word situations which I wanted to discuss separately in this particular video. That's why I'm doing it right now. Okay, so let's start with the first one. In which of the following situations does the list of the numbers involved make an arithmetic progression and why? So they have given some situations. The numbers involved in the situation, do they make any arithmetic progression or not? That we have to find out. And if you think that these numbers or this situation make an arithmetic progression, then why do you think so? That's also you have to say. So basically you have to identify the first term, the common difference, if there is anything. Okay, let's start. The taxi fare after each kilometer, when the fare is rupees 15 for the first kilometer and rupees 8 for each additional kilometer. Okay, so taxi fare for first kilometer is equal to rupees 15. Okay, so A is equal to 15. Therefore, A is equal to 15. Then taxi fare for subsequent kilometer is equal to rupees 8. Therefore, common difference is 8. So therefore, the AP according to me becomes 15, comma 15 plus 8, comma 15 plus 8 plus 8, and so on. That is 15, 23, 31, 39, and so on. So is this an AP? Therefore, this situation represents an AP. Okay, so it is very clear that if the fare for first kilometer is given as rupees 15 and the fare for each subsequent or additional kilometer is rupees 8, then the first term is 15, the common difference is 8, and the AP is 15, 23, 31, 39, and this is an AP. This situation represents an AP. Okay, so that is how you have to write it. I want all of you to take a note of this, right? I want all of you to note this down. Pause the video and note this particular solution. This is how you need to write it. Okay, after this, I'm not going to write all the statements, but I'm going to make you understand whether the given situation represents an AP or not. Okay, so I hope you have written this. Let's go ahead. Next question. The amount of air present in a cylinder when vacuum pump removes one-fourth of the air, one-fourth of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. Okay, so let the original volume of air present be X units. Okay, so let the original volume of air present be x units. Therefore, air removed is equal to x by 4 units. Okay, and therefore air remaining is equal to x minus x by 4. That is 3x by 4 units. Okay, now what will happen after this? The amount of air present in a cylinder when a vacuum pump removes one-fourth of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. So this is one instant. At an instance, this much of the job is done. Initial air present was x. Initial air present in the cylinder was x. The final amount of air removed was x by 4, and the final amount of air remaining is 3x by 4. Now the next phase of removal of air will start. And what will happen? Amount of air present is equal to 3x by 4. Okay, air removed is equal to 1 by 4th of 3x of the remaining air, that is 3x by 4. So how much air is removed? 3x by 16. And therefore air remaining, how much air is remaining? So initial present was 3x by 4 minus 3x by 16. So the LCM is 16, and this will be 12x minus 3x by 16, which is 9x by 16. Now just imagine air remaining initially was 3x by 4. Air remaining after this became 9x by 4. You understand this? So what is happening over here? The amount of air removed in each cycle is changing. Amount of air removed will act as your common difference, and your common difference is changing, but that cannot be the case with AP. I'm sorry, I highlighted the wrong thing. Let me highlight the right thing. Air removed is 3x by 60. Right? So in initial cycle, the air removed was x by 4. In the second cycle, the air removed was 3x by 16. So every time the same amount of air is not removed. Every time the different amount of air is removed. And that's why we consider this not to be an AP. So how you will write the answer? Since the common difference is not constant, the given situation does not represent an AP. The given situation does not represent an AP since the common difference is not constant. Okay, so this is how you need to write your answer. Okay, let's go to the next question. The third question, cost of digging a well after every meter of digging. When it costs, actually this is not costs. When it costs rupees 150 for the first meter and rises by rupees 50 for each subsequent meter. Now this question is exactly like the taxi question. Okay, just like the taxi question where the amount for each subsequent kilometer was increasing by rupees 8 for every subsequent kilometer. Okay, here the amount of digging every subsequent meter rises by rupees 50. So we can directly say that in the third one. Here common difference is rupees 1, sorry, here first term is rupees 150 and common difference is rupees 50. Hence it represents an AP. Okay, next question. The amount of money in account every year when rupees 10,000 is deposited at compound interest at rupees 8% per annum. Now see what is happening in compound interest. For first year, I will not use the formula for compound interest. I will use it by the long method. I hope you remember the method of finding compound interest from class 8th. If not, then please look here. For first year, principal P1 is rupees 10,000. Interest I1, I'm sorry, R1, the rate of interest. R1 is 8% per annum. T1 time is 1 year because in compound interest we do calculation year by year if we are not using formula. So I1 will be equal to P1 T1 upon P1 T1 R1 upon 100, which is 10,000 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 8 upon 100. So interest after first year is rupees 800. Interest for the first year is rupees 800. Okay, so this is basically uh, the interest after 1 year. Now what will happen is this interest will get added to the principal and will get the amount after 1 year. P1 plus I1. I hope you remember this formula. So P1 is 10,000, I1 is 800. So we will get our amount after first year as rupees 10,800. Okay, now for second year, we'll do the calculation for second year where P2 is equal to rupees 10,800. R2 is equal to again 8%. T2 is 1 year. I2 is P2 into T2 into R2 upon 100, which is 10,800 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 8 upon 100. So I2 is 108 8 za. Now 100 8 za is 800, 8 8 za is 64, so rupees 864. Now the amount becomes 10,800 plus 864. 10,800 plus 864. Okay, 10,800 plus 800 is 11,600. So 11,664. 11,660. Now remember one thing. Here, the initial principal was rupees 10,000, which is our first term. So if we consider rupees 10,000 as our first term, the common difference which is added to our principal is rupees 800. That is the interest. And this becomes the second term. Now again 800 should be added to 10,800, but no, 864 is added. That means the common difference is not fixed. And I told you in a question before this that if the common difference is not fixed, that means this situation cannot be AP, because in our AP only one thing remains constant, that is the common difference, right? The common difference is not fixed and hence this situation does not represent arithmetic progression. So please remember that every time you have been given a example of compound interest, that situation involving compound interest will never represent an AP. The situation involving simple interest represents AP, but the situation representing compound interest does not represent an AP. Okay, remember this. So we have done these questions. Let's check the answers. Okay, the first one is AP. They have not written it is AP, but yes, the common difference is 8, so it's AP. Okay, the second one is not an AP, so this is also correct. The third one is an AP, and the fourth one is not an AP. Okay, so all answers are correct. They have used some other method for some questions. So the method which I have suggested, I hope that you please pause your video and note this method which I have shown, because here the you can say I have clearly shown how I have come to that conclusion. Okay, so please follow the method which I have shown, not the method which they have shown over here. Okay, next question. Subba Rao started work in 1995 at an annual salary of rupees 5,000 and received an increment of rupees 200 each year. Okay, so his annual salary was rupees 5,000. This could be the case of 1960, because such a low annual salary is very rare, rare or impossible, you can say, nowadays. People cannot even survive for like 10 days if they have 5,000, maybe not even a month. Okay, so the first term over here is rupees 5,000. The common difference is the increment in the salary, that is rupees 200. In which year did his income reach rupees 7,000? So the nth term they are giving as rupees 7,000, and you have to find n. Okay, so it's very easy. Nth term formula is a plus n minus 1 into d. So nth term is rupees 7,000, a is 5,000, plus n minus 1 multiplied by d is rupees 200. So 7,000 minus 5,000 is equal to n minus 1 multiplied by 200 multiplied by 200. So this is 2000 divided by 200 is equal to n minus 1. So this will be 10 plus 1 is equal to n. Therefore n is equal to 11. Therefore his salary reached or became rupees 7,000 after 11 years. So this is how you apply the concept of arithmetic progression into any word problem and get the answer. Very easy. Let's check the answer. Okay. Yes, 11th year is the correct answer. Let's go ahead. Ramkali saves, very interesting names NCRT book has. Ramkali saved rupees 5 in the first week of a year and then increased her weekly saving by rupees 1.75. Okay, so the first term is rupees 5 and the common difference is rupees 1.75. If in the nth week her weekly savings becomes rupees 20.75, so nth term is rupees 20.75, find n. This question is absolutely same like the previous question. right? Exactly same concept, only numbers are different. So I want you to pause the video and find the answer, and then we can check it in the solution. Please pause the video now, solve it, and we will check the answer after you're done. Okay, I think you're done. Let's check the answer. I hope you applied the same formula as I did over here and solved properly, because there were decimal points. So I hope you didn't make any silly mistakes. Let's check the answer of n. Okay, so n is equal to 10. If your answer is 10, then your calculation and everything is proper. Let's go ahead. Okay, a contract on construction job specifies a penalty for delay of completion beyond a certain date as follows. So एक कंस्ट्रक्शन जॉब है, इसके कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में लिखा हुआ है कि अगर ये कंस्ट्रक्शन जॉब कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ एक सर्टन डेट के बाद तो कुछ पेनल्टी लगेगी। पेनल्टी क्या है? ₹200 फॉर द फर्स्ट डे, ₹250 फॉर द सेकेंड डे, ₹300 फॉर द थर्ड डे। द पेनल्टी फॉर ईच सक्सीडिंग डे बीइंग ₹50 मोर देन द प्रीसीडिंग डे। मतलब हर दिन अगर लेट होगा काम में तो पेनल्टी बढ़ती जाएगी। आई थिंक ये बहुत अच्छा आइडिया है, बिकॉज अगर आप लोग मुझे होमवर्क टाइम पे नहीं देते हो तो मैं रोज़ पेनल्टी लगाऊंगा आप पे। तो 200 फॉर द फर्स्ट डे, ₹250 फॉर द सेकेंड डे। बहुत अच्छा आइडिया, वेरी नाइस, आई विल इम्प्लीमेंट दिस। ओके, हाउ मच मनी the contractor has to pay as penalty if he has delayed the work by 30 days. अगर वर्क 30 डेज से डिले हो गया तो कॉन्ट्रैक्टर को कितना पेनल्टी देना पड़ेगा? ओके, सो सी, the first term should be considered as A1, okay, should be considered as ₹200. The second term as ₹250. The third term as ₹300, and so on. Okay, so we can easily say that A, the first term, is ₹200. The common difference D is ₹50, right? We have to find the money contractor has to pay as penalty after 30 days of delay. So n, that is total number of delayed days, is 30, and we have to find the nth term. You know the formula for nth term now? Nth term is equal to a plus, sorry, a bracket n minus 1. है क्या हो रही है? A plus n minus 1 into d. That's the formula for nth term. Okay, you know A, you know N, you know D. Please pause the video and find the value of the nth term. That is the total penalty after 30 days of delay. Okay, so I think you're done. Let's go and check the answer. ₹20. There is a mistake. There is a mistake from my side. Here, you have to add all the penalties. So it's not the nth term which you have to find. You have to find, let me show you. You have to find the sum of nth terms, because you have to add all the penalties. Total penalty you have to find, total, not the penalty of the 30th day, but total penalty of 30 days altogether. So sum of n terms is equal to n by 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. N by 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Please solve it. Okay, let's check the answer. So the answer now should be 27,750. This should be the penalty. Okay. So that was based on the sum of n terms of an AP. Okay. Next question is, a sum of rupees 700 is to be given is to be used to given 7 cash prizes to students of a school for their overall academic performance. मतलब total prize money is rupees 700. This has to be distributed among various students for their academic performance. If each prize is rupees 20 less than its preceding prize, proceeding नहीं preceding होना चाहिए. If each price is rupees 20 less than its preceding price, find the value of each of the price. Okay, now see here, one thing is very clear. The sum of n terms over here is rupees 700. Total prize money is sum of n terms, because if you take all the prize money separately and add them, you get 700 rupees. Okay, here they have not given how many students are there. They have just given that is if each prize is rupees 20 less than its preceding price, find the value of each of the prize. Okay. See, if each price is 20 less than its preceding price, that means let the first prize be rupees A. Therefore, second prize is equal to rupees A minus 20. ठीक है. Third prize is equal to rupees A minus 40, A minus 20 minus 20, and so on. Okay. So what is the common difference? The common difference becomes rupees minus 20. 20 rupees is the amount by which each price is less than its preceding price. Okay, the first price is A, second price is A minus 20, third price is A minus 40, and we get the sum of all these prices to be rupees 700. Okay, so the common difference is minus 20. The first term is A. The total number of terms, we don't know how many students are there. And we know the total price to be distributed, that is sum of n terms, is rupees 700. Now let's write the formula for sum of n terms. Sum of n terms is equal to n by 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So 700 is equal to n by 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into minus 20. So this will become 1400 is equal to n bracket 2a minus 20n plus 20. Okay. So I'm unable to go ahead because I see there are two variables a and n. Hey, we know n. One second. A sum of rupees 700 is to be used to give actually 7 cash prizes. So we know that number of prizes n is equal to 7. Let's substitute the value of n. So 1400 is equal to 7 bracket 2a minus 20 into 7 plus 20 bracket close. So 1400 divided by 7 is equal to 2a minus 140 plus 20. So 1400 divided by 7 is 200 is equal to 2a minus 120. 2a minus 120. So 200 divided by, hey, sorry, 200 plus 120, this should be. So 200 plus 120 is equal to 2a, and this will be 320 is equal to 2a, and therefore a is equal to 320 divided by 2, which is rupees 160. So the first price is rupees 160. Okay. Second price will be 20 less than rupees 160. That is rupees 140, 120, 100, then 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 60, and 40. So these are all the prices whose sum, if you add all of them, you get 700. Number of prices are 7, and each price is rupees 20 less than the preceding price. Actually, yeah, preceding price. Okay, so let's check whether we are correct or not. Yes, we are correct. So I hope you understood this. Please pause the video and solve it. You have the solution in front of you, but still I would recommend that you solve it on your own and then check that what is the method which I have used to solve this. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, in a school, students thought of planting trees in and around the school to reduce air pollution. It was decided that the number of trees that each section of each class will plant will be the same as the class in which they are studying. For example, a section of class 1 will plant one tree, a section of class 2 will plant two trees, and so on till class 12th. There are three sections in each class. How many trees will be planted by the students? Very nice question. Now see, each section, each class has three sections. Each class has three sections. Okay, so let's find the number of trees planted by each uh, class together with all the section. So total number of trees planted per class. Okay, so class 1 will will plant one tree multiplied I'm sorry, each section will plant one tree for class 1. Yes, so 1 multiplied by 3, that is 3. Class 2 will plant 2 trees per section, that is 6 trees in all. Class 3 will plant 3 trees uh, per section, so total 9 trees. Class 4 will plant 4 trees multiplied by each section, 3 section, that is total 12 trees. So is this an AP? Yes, it is an AP. Therefore, here the AP with the first term is 3. Common difference is also 3. And how many classes are there? Up to 12th class, right? So N is 12. Okay, so we have to find the total number of trees planted by the students of this school. So we have to find S of N. S of N is N by 2 bracket 2a plus N minus 1 into D. Now, can you find S of n using the details which are given here. We have n, we have a, we have d, we have everything what is required to find S of n. S of n is S of 12. Total number of trees planted by class 1 to 12 of this school. Each class has 3 sections. Okay, let's see. 234 is the final answer. Total 234 trees will be planted. Okay, they have used a different formula which you can also use, but with this formula also you should get the same answer, 234. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, next question is, a spiral is made up of successive semicircles with centers alternately at A and B. You see, this is the line along which the two centers are lying. The center of this semicircle in blue is A. The center of this blue, another blue semicircle, is also A. But the center of this semicircle is B, and so does the center of this semicircle goes. Okay, so this is how spiral is made with using two centers which are collinear in the same line. Okay, starting with center A of radii 0.5 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1.5 centimeter as shown in the figure. Okay, so each circle will have a radius of first 0.5 centimeter. Oh, the radius of the circle, the first circle which I have shown by blue, that is this one. The radius of this circle is 0.5. Then the radius of this red circle is double the radius of 0.5, that is 1. Okay, then the radius of the next circle, that is this one, is 1.5. Then the radius of the next circle is 2, and so on. So the radius keeps on increasing. Okay. What is the total length of such spiral made up of 13 consecutive semicircles? Okay, see, this is very simple. We know that the length of each semicircle, that is the circumference, is equal to 2 pi r by 2, which is equal to pi r. Okay, so now we know that the total number of semicircles is equal to 13, which is nothing but n. Therefore, total length of spiral is equal to pi r1 plus pi r2 plus pi r3 up to pi r13. Okay, this is nothing but pi bracket r1 plus r2 plus r3 up to r13. Now what is r1, r2, r3, r13? That has been given to us. R1 is equal to 0.5 centimeter, R2 is equal to 1 centimeter, R3 is equal to 1.5 centimeter, and so on. So we have got an AP over here. Okay. So therefore, the first term is 0.5 centimeter, The common difference is 0.5 centimeter. The number of terms is 13, and we have to find the sum of n terms, that is r1 plus r2 plus r3 up to r13. So sum of n terms is equal to n by 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So sum of 13 terms is equal to 13 by 2 bracket 2a, 2 into 0.5 plus n minus 1, that is 13 minus 1, multiplied by d. Common difference is how much? Okay, so the common difference, I'm sorry, I've already written here, 0.5. Okay, so sum of 13 terms is equal to 13 by 2 bracket 2 into 0.5 is 1 plus 13 minus 1 is 12 into 0.5. So sum of 13 terms is equal to 13 by 2 bracket 1 plus 6. Okay, so sum of 13 terms is equal to 13 by 2 multiplied by 1 plus 6, that is 7. So this is 91 divided by 2, which is 45.5 centimeter. So the total length of the spiral up to 13 semicircles is 45.5 centimeter. That is, hey, no. This is just sum of 13 terms. So we have to find the total length of spiral, right? Okay. So total length of spiral is still to be found, is equal to pi bracket r1 plus r2 plus r3 up to r13. So pi is 22 by 7 multiplied by r1 plus r2 plus r3 up to r13 is nothing but 91 by 2. So 7 13s are and 2 11s are. Okay, so 13 tens are 130 plus 13, that is 143 centimeter. That's what I think the correct answer is. The total length of spiral is 143 centimeter. Let's check. Yes, we are correct. So please draw this diagram and then write the solution for this one. Okay. So in this particular video, you are also learning about the applications of AP. The problems of arithmetic progressions were okay, but the applications are also important. Okay, so that is must to be known. Okay, next question. 200 logs are stacked in the following manner. 20 logs in the bottom row, 19 in the next row, 18 in the next row, just like the figure which shows over here. In how many rows 200 logs are placed and how many logs are placed in the top row? Very good question. So the first term of this AP is 20. 20 logs are placed in the bottom row. So we'll start from the bottom row only. Okay. The second term is 19. So the common difference is minus 1. One log is less in each row above the bottom row. Okay. They are asking in how many rows are the 200 logs placed. So sum of all the logs is 200. We have to find the number of rows. Okay, we have to find the number of rows and we have to find how many logs are placed in the top row. Now top row will be the nth row. So we have to find nth term also. Okay, so you have got A, you have got D, you have got sum of n terms. You have to find n, how many rows are there in which logs are placed and how many rows are there in the last row. that is nth term. When you find n, when you find n, that is the number of rows, you use that n in the nth term formula in the place of n, and then find the number of logs in the last row. Okay, please pause the video and solve it. You have to do this. Okay, let's see if you have done it or not. Okay, so n is 25 or 16. There are two answers because you get split in the middle term. So either n is 25 or 16. Okay, when n is 16, the number of rows in the last number of logs in the last row is 5, and when n is 25, the number of logs in the last row is -4, which is not possible. So hence there are 16 rows. The correct value of n is 16, and there are 5 logs placed in the top row, last row. Okay, so n is 16 and nth term is 5. Remember that. Okay, so we have solved this question. It was easy. Next question. In a potato race, a bucket is placed at the starting point, which is 5 meter from the first potato, and other potatoes are placed 3 meter apart in a straight line. Okay, so first potato is placed 5 meter away from the bucket, and after the first potato, each potato is placed at 3 meter. Okay, and there are 10 potatoes in the line. A competitor starts from the bucket and picks up the nearest potato, runs back with it, drops it in the bucket, runs back to pick up the next potato, runs to the bucket to drop it, and she continues in the same way until all the potatoes are in the bucket. What is the total distance the competitor has to run? See, here she has to run 5 meter for the first time. Okay, so the first term is definitely 5. Hey, 5 meters she has to run and 5 meters she has to come back. Okay, so 5 plus 5 for picking up the first potato. So the total distance ran in picking up and dropping the first potato is 10 meter. This is the first term. Okay, now for the second potato, she has to go 5 plus 3, 5 plus 3 meter, 5 plus 3 meter, okay, multiplied by 2. Multiplied by 2, why? Because she has to go 5 plus 3 meter and she has to come back 5 plus 3 meter. So 8 into 2, that is 16 meter. For the third potato, she has to go 5 plus 3 meter multiplied by 2, going and coming back. Okay. So this will be 5 plus 3, 8 plus 3, 11. 11 plus 11 multiplied by 2 is 22. So this will go on happening up to, there are how many potatoes? 10 potatoes, right? There are 10 potatoes in the line, yes. So A10, up to 10 potatoes, she goes on doing the same thing. So I can see that here the first term is 10 meter, common difference is 6 meter, and N, that is total number of potatoes, is 10. We have to find the total distance this competitor has to cover, that is sum of n terms. For sum of n terms, you know the formula, you know the value of a, d and n. You just have to put it in the formula and find the answer. Okay, so what I have done is I have explained you how the question goes. You have to just solve it so that your application of AP becomes complete. Okay. Please do it and we'll see the answer in a moment. Pause the video and solve it. Okay, so I think you're done. Let's go ahead and check the answer. 370 meter is the answer. 370 meter is the total distance this competitor has to run. Okay, let's go to the next question. We have figure also. Okay. A ladder has rungs 25 centimeter apart. So rungs are those steps of ladder. Okay. So each uh, rung is 25 centimeter away from the subsequent rung. The rungs decrease uniformly in length from 45 centimeter at the bottom to 25 centimeter at the top. Okay, so when they are talking about the length of the rung, it is this length, this length. This is 45 centimeter long and this is 25 centimeter long. Each rung has a distance, the distance between each consecutive rung, I'm sorry, I said lung. So distance between each consecutive rung is 25 centimeter. Okay. If the top and bottom rungs are 2.5 meter apart, so the total distance between top and bottom rung is 2.5 meter. What is the length of the wood required for the rungs? Now for that we need to find the number of rungs, right? Let's find it. See, the first statement should be distance between successive rungs is equal to 25 centimeter. Total distance between top and bottom rung, that is equal to 2.5 meter, which is 250 centimeter. Therefore, number of rungs, how many total rungs are there, we can understand very easily. 250 divided by 25, that is 10 rungs. So there are 10 steps in this ladder. Okay, we knew the distance between each consecutive rung and we knew the total distance from the top to the bottom rung. So if we divide them, we get the number of rungs, which we have got 10 meter. So we know that n is equal to 10. Now the length of uh, each rung is decreasing uniformly. Now, okay, if the length of each rung is decreasing uniformly, see we have got one information. The first rung's length is 45 centimeter and the 10th rung's length is 25 centimeter. Okay, and the common difference is not known. Common difference is unknown. So we'll first find the common difference. 10th term. What is the formula for 10th term? A plus 9D. So what is the 10th term? 25. What is A? 45. What is D? We don't know. So 25 minus 45 is equal to 9D. So 25 minus 45 is minus 20 by 9 is equal to D. So okay, we have found the common difference. Now we can find the total length of the wood. Okay, So total length of the wood S of n is equal to n by 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so S of n is equal to n by 2. Now n is the total number of rungs, which is 10 by 2 bracket 2a, that is 2 multiplied by a. A is the length of the first rung, which is 45, plus n minus 1, that is 10 minus 1, multiplied by d, which is minus 20 by 9. Okay, so 10 by 2 is 5, 2 into 45 is 90, plus 10 minus 1 is 9, multiplied by minus 20 by 9. So 9 gets cut. So 5 bracket 90 minus 20. So 5 multiplied by 70, which is 350. And this 350 will be in centimeters, so we can write it as 3.5 meters. So that is the length of total wood required for the rungs. 3.5 meter. Let's check the answer. Yes, it is correct. Okay, I think two more questions. The houses of a row are numbered consecutively from 1 to 49. Show that there is a value x such that the sum of the numbers of the houses following it, such that the sum of the numbers of houses preceding the house number x is equal to the sum of the numbers of the houses following it. Find the value of x. So here some hint is also given. Let's try to understand what do they mean. So there are 49 houses. Total number of houses are 49. Let me write it. Show that there is a value of x such that the sum of the numbers of the houses preceding the house numbered x. Okay, so in somewhere in middle there is house number x. So what will be the sum of the numbers of houses up to house x? So let's say that we have got 1, 2, 3 up to x, and then we have got x up to 49. Okay, can you tell me what will be the number of, see we don't know x, so can you tell yourself that what will be the number of house which is before x? Before x we have house number x minus 1. And what about after x? After x we have house number x plus 1. Okay, so what we are talking about, or what we are interested in these houses, the sum of the numbers of these houses should be equal to the sum of the numbers of these houses. Then we have to find x. Okay, so see here for this case, the first term is 1, the common difference is 1, uh, and the nth term is x minus 1. So we can find the value of n in terms of x, and we have to also find sum of n terms, that is sum of x minus 1. Okay, here the first term is x plus 1, the common difference is again 1, the nth term is 49, so we have to find n in terms of x, and also we have to find sum of sum of the remaining terms. That is basically when we sum of n terms. Okay, sum of n terms. And these two sum are equal to each other. That's what they are saying. Okay, so let's first find what we need to. Let's make some space. Okay, the first thing is nth term. Now nth term formula is a plus n minus 1 into d. What is nth term? X minus 1. What is a? 1. What is n minus 1? Okay, we don't know what is n, so we'll not write anything there. What is d? D is 1. Okay, so x minus 1 is equal to 1 plus n minus 1. So n is nothing but x minus 1. N is nothing but x minus 1. Okay, so we can find the sum of, okay, sum of n terms we'll find later. Here what will be n? So nth term, here we have a plus n minus 1 into d. Nth term is 49, a is x plus 1, n we don't know, and d is 1. So 49 is equal to, 1 minute, a plus n minus 1d it is. A plus, so x plus 1 plus. Okay, so this will be x plus 1 plus n minus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 gets cancelled. So 49 minus x is equal to n. 49 minus x here n is. So we have been said that the sum of all these terms is equal to sum of all these terms. That is sum of x minus 1 terms is equal to sum of 49 minus x terms. Okay, so what is sum of x plus 1 terms? It is n by 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to, here also, n by 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So what is n over here? X minus 1 by 2 bracket 2a. What is a? The value of a over here is 1. So this will be 2 plus n minus 1, that is x minus 1 minus 1 into d is 1, is equal to, please don't get confused in this because you're very near to the final answer. The value of n is 49 minus x divided by 2 bracket 2a. A is x plus 1. Yes, it is for the second AP. Plus n is 49 minus x minus 1. 49 minus x minus 1, which is n minus 1, into 1. Okay, so the first thing we'll do is we'll cut this 2 on both the side. Now you need to solve this whole mess, whole equation, and find the value of x, which you can find directly solving this equation further, which will give you the number of house preceding to which and succeeding to which the sum of all the numbers of houses will be equal. Okay, please solve it, pause the video and solve it. If you want, you can write the whole solution first and then solve it ahead. Okay, I think you're done. Let's check the answer. Okay, so the number of house to the left and to the right of which the sum of all the houses is the same is 35. 35th house is the house to the left of which and to the right of which the sum of all the number of houses will be the same. I think you should get the same answer. Okay. Yes, so this is the last question. A small terrace at a football ground comprises of 15 steps, each of which is 50-meter long and built of solid concrete. Okay, so total there are 15 steps and each length is 50 meter. Each step has a rise of 1 by 4 meter and a tread. Tread means the width of the step is 1 by 2 meter. Height is 1 by 4, width is 1 by 2. The figure shows it. Calculate the total volume of concrete required to build the terrace. Okay, so they have given the hint also. Volume of concrete required to build the first step is 1 by 4 multiplied by 1 by 2 into 50. Then the volume for the second step would be 1 by 4 into 2 because the height doubles into 1 by 2 into 50. So you know what is happening? Each subsequent volume is getting doubled. Each subsequent volume is getting doubled. Now see by how much, and there are total 15 steps. Correct? So I want you to solve this on your own. I'm not going to give you any help. If you don't understand, then definitely we can discuss this in the live class. But I think this one you should solve it yourself. You should pause the video and solve it right now and get the answer. And then I'll show you the correct answer. But I'm not going to help. So you have to try it without my help. Let's see if you can do it. Okay, I think many of you must have tried. If you have not, please pause the video and do it. If you have, let's check the answer. Yes, so I think uh, not doubling, but you can say 2 and 3 and 4 and so on. Numbers are multiplied with the height of the steps. Everything else remains the same. So the answer is 750 meter cube. Okay, if you're not getting this answer, please check the solution. If you're not understanding the solution, then wait for me on this weekend, Saturday or Sunday, wherever we have the class. We can discuss this question, but it is easy, so you should get the answer. Okay, so we have solved all the questions of this chapter AP, and I hope that you've understood this topic. So next we are to go on the next chapter, that is I think I've been asked to do coordinate geometry. After coordinate geometry, we have to do probability or statistics. Then we'll come to triangles. Okay, so we are on our target. See you in the next video. Bye bye. Yeah, for this video, uh, there is no exercise that I'm giving to you. What you have to do is you have to see all the questions and the method with which I've solved them, and then just note it down in your notebook. That's it. There is no other homework other